Thank you Squarespace for sponsoring today's video.
I'm pretty much just able to be a full-time artist thanks to you. Sometimes I'm also fearful and I'm also afraid, and I don't really know if this is what I should be doing or if it's the responsible decision to make. Keep on going, keep on working, keep on painting, keep on trying your heart because it will pay off. Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Caro. I'm a visual artist and I'm about to hit 1 year of being a full-time artist. So I felt this might be the perfect time to share with you a little bit of the finances behind how I make a living as a full-time artist, and also a little bit of my story of how I went from full-time bartending to part-time bartending, full-time artist. So I'm a visual artist from Peru and I've been based in Brooklyn for almost 7 years. And pretty much since I moved here, I started working in the restaurant industry. So I've been a host, I've been a bartender, I've been a food runner, server, I've been a manager, barista making coffees and making burritos. Every day that went by, I really fell in love more and more with my art. I realized that this was something that I really wanted to do full-time. And in order to achieve that but be able to pay the bills, I started bartending full-time, and I was using all my free time to create a consistent body of work. And if you've seen my videos before, you know that I'm pretty good at organizing myself and putting my artwork as a priority. And I think that this was one of the #1 things that really helped me stay on track during this whole time. I wouldn't really go out to hang out with friends. I was bartending at 2 places at the same time, and I remember at that time I had 6 or 7 shifts. So some days I will bartend from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m, go back home, take a shower, nap, and then bartend from 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. And this was the way that I was able to sustain myself. So something that I always kept in mind was not only that all my free time was used in art creation, but also I was always on a saving money mode. And that's something that I keep with me up until today. All the outfit that I'm wearing today and pretty much all the clothes that I own, I've had for more than 10 or 12 years. And when I buy something new, it's because it's a necessity, unless it's maybe I fall in love with a specific clothing piece once a year and I permit that to myself because it's also beautiful to adorn ourselves. I don't spend money on a lot of things. Me and my husband don't really go out eating a lot. We actually didn't take any trips for 5 years, and that really helped me be able to pursue art until it became something full-time. It's been commented a lot that probably I'm able to do this because my husband pays my way. That couldn't be more far from truth. We both pay everything 50-50. And no one else pays my bills. When I was working full-time, I was able to save some money up. That made me able to, instead of bartending 7 shifts a week, step it down to 4 shifts a week. And that time really permitted me to dive really deep into my artwork. Is that my first mural commission pieces started coming up. My first clients started asking for logos for commission pieces. I was starting to sell a little bit more of artwork, and in that moment I decided that it was the right time to have my own art studio and also to cut down my shifts from 4 times a week to 2 times a week at the bar. I was pretty scared to do this, but I felt just like this pretty intuitive feeling that it was the right thing to do at the time. I was very confident that I really wanted to try the art thing, and I didn't want to try it halfway and then all the rest of my time I was painting. And that's when I learned how to edit videos and I started this channel, and all of this also started to grow. And actually making videos is something that also started bringing a lot of new clients. When 2019 started, I really wanted to make the leap and fully commit into my artwork. I really wasn't sure if I was in the right financial situation in order to start this, and I always thought that whenever I started getting more clients, I would start just giving away my shifts, but my overachiever self didn't really let me do that. So I was just like working my ass off. I was bartending all the shifts. If other bartenders asked me to cover shifts for them, I would. I was taking all the commission pieces that were coming my way that really resonated with me. And at that point, we're talking about last year around April, I realized that every time and every day that I had to go bartend, I would get sick somehow. I would get a horrible headache, or I would puke, or I would have the worst stomach ache, or I would get dizzy. And I really follow my intuition for a lot of decisions that I take on my life. Of course, that's a personal choice. I took it as a signal from my own body, just saying that it was time to cut it off. And at the time I was pretty scared to make that decision, but it felt so right. It felt like what I had to do no matter what. And that's a little on my story. Within this year, I've had way more commission pieces by clients than ever. I've had way more sales on my own online shop. I've fallen in love with my artwork even more than any time, and I have all these beautiful projects that are coming to life right now. And now, as I promised, I want to dive into numbers. Most of my income, which is 46% of my income, comes from my online shop. Then 33% of my income comes from commission pieces, and these are paintings that clients request that I do specifically for them. So the third way that I make income as an artist is from sponsored content. It's sponsored videos, sponsored pictures. I do also have some affiliate links. So I haven't put a lot of energy into affiliate links because everything that is passive income, I really haven't done a lot of work on that. I know I need to get better at it because I just love spending time painting. I could be making so much more revenue out of sponsored content, but I've made a promise to myself that I'm only partnering with brands that feel 200% aligned with me, with my values, with protecting and taking care of Mother Earth. But that's a whole other topic. And the fourth type of income that I do is AdSense, which is just 5% of my yearly income. Whenever you see a YouTube video and it has ads before the video starts, that's AdSense. That's pretty much the breakdown of the type of income that I make as a full-time artist. I would also like to share with you some of the things that I've learned, some of the things that I'm changing and I'm doing different this year. I started doing IRL workshops, and this has been such a treat. I love meeting new people. I love teaching classes. So I've been teaching a lot of different types of workshops, from watercolor to rituals around creativity to all the topics that you see me on this channel talking about. I'm also releasing my first online course within this next month, which I'm over the moon about this course. I can't wait to share more with you. You would ask me what suggestions I have for someone trying to see if they should or they shouldn't make the... I say that there's not a number that you have to have in your bank account for you to feel ready to make the leap. I think this is such a personal journey. Also, of course, take into consideration if you're already making some earnings and gaining some income. I do want to thank Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. If you've been seeing my latest videos, I've been talking about Squarespace. I can keep on talking about them. They've been my website platform host for the past 2 years. That's where I keep my art portfolio. I have my online shop. I do all my email campaigns from there and all my discount codes for my shop. I have all these blog posts. I couldn't recommend them more. If you're an artist trying to see where to put your art portfolio or your online shop, be sure to check out Squarespace. I recommend them because I've been using them for 2 years I love to work with them. It's pretty user-friendly. I don't know how to code. I'm not a graphic designer, but they make it so easy for me to be able to just have an amazing website thanks to all their templates. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, I actually have a discount code for Squarespace, which is squarespace.com/CaroArevalo. You can get a 2 weeks trial to try out your website there. So once you're ready to launch, you can use Caro Arevalo as your discount code to get 10% of your first purchase of a website or a domain. So yes, thank you so much Squarespace for sponsoring this video. And that's pretty much it. If you like what you see, please subscribe to my channel. You can support me through Buy Me a Coffee. And if you have any further questions about making money as a full-time artist, write it down in the comments. I'd be happy to answer as many questions as I can. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you.